Right, so good day everyone. So, it's late evening na record ko sa solving word problems about triangle congruence. So let's proceed with the problem solving. We already discussed a few of this. No? So review rin siya in the first few slides. So let's proceed here. So we've already discussed this one steps. How to solve word problems. First is you need to understand the concept, and of course you have to read and analyze. After understanding the concept, you now have the chance or the ability to illustrate. Of course, if you don't understand the concept, you cannot draw it. Next is to identify the details that are in the um, problem. You can label the illustration with it and solve for the unknown. Next is to express your final answer with the correct measure of unit of measure. So let's proceed to the example directly now. So first is we solve for degree measure for a moment. Wait for a moment. All right, so here we have ray AH bisects angle KAT, and if degree measure of HAK is equal to 4y plus 5, and degree measure of angle HAT is equal to 15 minus y, find degree measure of angle KAT. So here's the illustration. So this is the ray AH. So it bisects this bigger angle. So the keyword there is bisects. So take note of that. So first is for us to solve for the degree measure of angle KAT. We need to solve for the degree measure of the smaller ones. All right. So applying the angle bisector theorem, the best statement that I bisect. So for a moment. Right. So we can say that when in the angle bisector states that when an angle is bisected, then the two created angles are equal. No? So mali siya dali. So pag dako napigipika siya into two equal parts. And that means they are equal. We can equate them. So this one represents HAK. So we can just substitute that one, and also 15 minus y. Substitute. And then this one, mathematics, apply it as a property of equality, which is addition. We add something here for us to move it to the other side, and this one also, or if you have your term transposition. Pero I highly doubt, I highly recommend using the APE or the properties of equality. Yeah. That's much more formal use. Next is after applying APE, we now get 4y plus y equal to 15 minus 5, and then you add them together, you get 5y equal to 10, because 15 minus 5 is 10, and then applying simplify by a MPE, so we have to multiply much better. MPE, multiply 1/5 on both sides. And some canceling siya. This one is 2 lang. So y is equal to 2. Right. So y is equal to 2. If y is equal to 2, so my measurements are H8K. So given y is equal to 2, we have to substitute y here. Okay. So 4 times 2 plus 5 is equal to 13. 8 plus 5 is 13. So without really solving for the HAT, we can easily identify what's the value of HAT. It's also 13. And also by just looking at this expression here, 15 minus 2, without really solving, just by looking at it, we can say that it's 13, diba? Of course, bisected man, so equal sila. So, there ang solution. And then we're not done yet because the problem is not asking for the two smaller angles, rather it's asking for the bigger one. So what does it imply? If we have HAT 13, HAT as 13 as well, we have degree measure of angle AAT, sorry, no? I-under na siyang duha, and you will get 26 degrees. All right. So that means conclusion, therefore, degree measure of angle KET is 26. Any questions? Clarifications? No? All right, let's proceed to example number 2. We have this one. We have two congruent triangles, which is triangle ABE and triangle BDF. All right, so take note of the symbol. This constitutes two congruents, similar at the same time equal. So they look the same, but not in every aspect, the angles, the sides. So, but given here are the sides. So now we need to solve for the XYZ. So solving XYZ needs the application of identifying the corresponding sides. So let's start with identifying the corresponding sides, and then we'll try to equate these corresponding sides with their corresponding values later on. So we have AB, this side here, lower one, and BD equal to BD. And also BE, this one, and DF, AE, and PF. So we start with AB equal to BD. So we substitute the given values automatically. AB is equal to BD, AB is equal to 13, and BD is equal to 5y minus 2. Diba? So since this one is 13 now, we can just simply manipulate the equation, and it will give us a 13 plus 2. So APE nagyapon siya, add both sides by 2, nag-add ka dito 2, nag-add ka dito 2, this becomes now 0. So now, plus 2, plus 2, so 0 na siya. 0 ni. So 13 plus 2 is 15, equal to 5y, and then we apply. And PE, we multiply both sides by 1/5. This will be cancelled, and this one is now 3, so y is equal to 3. So y is equal to 3, we still have x and y, x and z. So y is equal to 3. So, diba? We're done with this. Check mark ka dali. Let's go to this one upon BE PDF. So BE is 12, this one. This is 12, and DF is 2z plus 4. So equate lang the two expressions, and then solve for z. Okay, manipulate. This now becomes minus 4. 12 minus 4 is equal to 2z. And that is 8 na lang equal to 2z. So apply the MPE again. Multiply 1/2 on both sides. Sir, question, where do you get the ones that you have to multiply on both sides? Whatever the coefficient of the variable is, just reciprocate it. So for example, here the coefficient is 2. Reciprocate na to ang 2, that becomes 1/2, and then you multiply it on both sides. You'll get C is equal to 4. All right. So now we proceed with AE equal to BF. So the last one. So this is quite trivial. Kaya na kaya sa automatic recommendation. So 14, the x3. So literally, without doing anything, you have already x equal to 14. Right, so therefore x equal to 14, y is equal to 3, and z is equal to 4. Let me pause. All right, so now let's move to the second to the last example. We have a private resort installed 2 additional triangular pools as an added attraction to their guests. Triangular pool CBA is congruent with triangular pool DOT. 2 sides of the triangular pool ABS measures 56 feet and 60 feet, while one of the sides of the triangular pool DOT, this is ABC there, ABC. So measures 3x plus 2 feet, and using the given illustration, solve for the measure of the third side of the triangular pool CBA and the perimeter triangular pool DOT. So here is the illustration. Given an illustration, So take note that these two triangular pools are congruent. Okay, congruent. So since these two are congruent, we try to identify the congruent parts, no? So which are also given here. So ang na measurement. Excuse me. The sides that has a measurement or given measurement, or even the angle. So let's start with BC to OD, CA to DT, AB to TO, and angle C, angle D. So, and then we solve for X. Solve for X. There are two. There are two items that is being asked here. Third side of the triangular pole CBA and the perimeter of the triangular pole DOT. Okay, so we solve for X by using these two angles here. So since these two are congruent, meaning they are equal, same time similar. So equal sila, so we can just equate their corresponding algebraic expressions or representation. So this one, angle C is 2x minus 4 degrees, and x is D is x plus 10 degrees. So at last, we substitute and we solve for x. So there we get, if we put it in the other side, this is now minus x, and this one is positive 4 na. So 10 plus 4 is 14. This one is x na lang equal to 14. So x is equal to 14. But that's not what the problem is asking for. So we need to solve for the third side. Solving for OT. How do we solve for OT? OT, given man there is illustration, di ba? Ano siyang OT. Okay, ipakita mo ng third side. We need to solve this. We need to substitute the x. So sa OT, which is 3x plus 2. 3x plus 2 ba ito dito? Yes. 3x plus 2. So 3 times 14 plus 2. 3 times 14 is 42 plus 2 is 44. There. So if you can see, if you can have it in this way, then you understood this one much better. So now you have OT equal to 44. Let's try to revisit the corresponding parts. So OT is 44. Solving for the missing measures of the triangle, specifically the third side of the triangle, CBA. So BC is equal to OD. Take note that BC is 56, diba? So 56. It's also the measurement for OD, diba? Yeah, OD is 56. In feet na, CA is 60, yes. That also 60 is the measurement, or 60, so DT is also 60 feet, all right? But the third side, the one we solve OT, diba? Congruency is a BA. So BA is congruent to OT, and OT is 44. That means BA is also 44. We now have the three sides, OD, DT, and OT. So kani atong gamiton, mas i-add na to na silang tulo. We add them together to get the perimeter, which is the second question. Yeah, 56 plus 44 plus 60, that is 160. So step 6, we express it in sentence format and with correct unit. Therefore, the value of the third side of the triangular pool CBA is 44 feet, and the perimeter of the triangular pool DOT is 160 feet. Questions? So that's our last example. If the corresponding sides of two billiard triangular racks, the measure 13x minus 15 inches and 3x plus 5 inches, what is the value of x and how long are the congruent sides? So first is we need to solve for the x and substitute it to either one of them or both. Just check if they're equal. So in this part, we need to identify the corresponding parts of this one. Corresponding sides are congruent, so meaning we can equate them. Corresponding sides are congruent. So theorem ni siya, ano siya dito? So 13x minus 15 equal to 3x plus 5. Then we can just put together all the terms with variable x and all the numbers on the other side. So 13x minus na siya, 3x equal to 5 plus 15. Then this is 10x equal to 20. Just multiply 1 over 10. Reciprocate lang ang yung coefficient. No? So you will get x equal a y. Sorry, x na siya, x equal to 2. So if x is equal to 2, now we have the answer to the first question. We now should go to the second question. So if x is equal to 2, substitute lang pa and see how much ilan. So automatically, not necessary, dili na siya necessary nga ang duha yung substitute. You may just use this one. Dari check mo na siya kung equal ba yun siya. So 2 ang yung purpose. Pero you can just actually say or use this first or the other one and see. And that's the length of the two congruent sides, 11. Therefore, the value of x is 2 and the measure of the sides is 11. I think we'll just have to stop there. So that's all for congruent. Triangle congruence, problems involving triangle congruence. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. And yeah, DM me or just comment there.